Our next question comes to us from a listener in Woodland Hills, California. It says, in each account of the death of Jesus on the cross, it says, he bowed his head and gave up the ghost. Would you please explain the meaning of he gave up the ghost?
Yes, he actually dismissed his spirit. Now, he died differently than you and I will die, or any death I've ever seen. As a pastor, I've had to be at the deathbed of several people, and I was at the deathbed of my own father. And I've discovered that they all have one thing in common. They have that thing that's known as the death rattle. And that is the last gasp that a human being makes for breath. In other words, to our dying breath, you and I are grabbing for the air. We want to live. We want that next breath, and we're reaching for it. Now, the Lord Jesus didn't die like that. He didn't reach out and grab that last breath. The way he died was he dismissed his spirit. He willingly, at the right moment, dismissed his spirit. It wasn't the getting the last breath. He delivered himself over to death, as it were. And may I say that made his death, in one sense, altogether different than your death and mine. You and I, we die the hard way. That is, we hate to die. He did it willingly. It was for the joy that was set before him. He endured the cross, despising the shame. Listen, he wanted to die for you and me. It wasn't something that he did reluctantly. He didn't sit down and weep about it and say, oh, I hate to have to go down there and die for that fellow Vernon McGee. He's not worth it. Why should I go down there? Wasn't that at all. He came willingly, joyfully. He wanted to. And that is the difference, by the way, of your death and my death. And his death was altogether different.